the calculating and where did you get the formula for Z bar?
So Z bar is the individual centroid. Okay, so I'll show you where it is now. Okay, so for one,
Oh, okay.
okay,
Yeah,
it's the
thank you.
distance from here to here. Okay, so that's where this is 2 divided by 2. And the next one is this distance over here. Okay, so this is 2, and the distance over here is 4 divided by 2, which is equal to 2. Okay.
Yeah,
Then
thank you.
welcome. Yeah, just ask. Okay, now is the time to clarify things that you're unsure. I don't think you don't you don't know. You just could not remember. Okay.
Eugene,
Yes.
so in the initial formula, where does the y bar minus y square come from? Because last week
Heaven.
I looked at.
That is second moment of area. This is finding centroid.
Okay.
Okay, not yet. Okay, I've not applied that formula first. We have to determine the centroid first. Okay, down here we don't know where the centroid. We cannot know the centroid by observation. We have to calculate. Okay, so this will be 16 because we multiply everything. So 16 might multiply by 1, and then this is 8 multiplied by 4. Okay, then you do the summation. This is equal to 24, and then we do the summation. This is equal to 48. Okay, so now you find the entire structure centroid, the Z bar. So this will be equal to 48 divided by 24. Okay, so this happens to be, we found that the centroid is 2 inches. Okay, the Z bar. Okay, so now we know. Okay, I'm going to draw in very dark green. We know that the centroid is exactly down here. This is not green, Eugene. Come on. Green. Okay, green. Okay. This is our centroid. Okay. We know exactly where our location of our centroid. Then the next one is we are going to find IZZ1. Okay. So I'm going to find IZZ1. Okay. I'm going to show you a technique. So this technique that I have devised is by looking at the table, not necessarily at the geometry of the part. Okay, not the geometry of the member we are analyzing. So I'm looking at the table now. Okay, so I just do this IZZ1. So this is equal to 8, 2, cube, 12, 16, 2 minus 1 squared. Okay, so this is equal to 8 times 2 power 3 divided by 12. So this is 16 over 13. Sorry, 16 over 3 plus by 16. So 16 over 3 plus by 16 is equal to 64 over 3 inch to power 4. Okay. Again, without looking at my geometry, we can, by just focusing on the table, we can also look at IZZ2. So it's 2, 4 cube over 12 plus by 8 multiplied by 4 minus 2 minus 4 squared.
Sorry, Eugene, just to clarify, big Z is centroid of the entire shape, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
That is the global. Okay. Then plus by 2 minus 4 squared times 8, 32. So it's 32 over 3 plus by 32. So it's equal to 128 over 3. Now, how I did this by without,
Excuse me.
yes,
Isn't this supposed to be IYY?
this is IZZ.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because we started with IYY. Thank you.
Yeah, I wrote down the, yeah, sorry, IYY, you're right. I don't know why, right? IZZ, you're right. Thank you. 1 point of beer for you.
I'll remember it.
Yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you. Now, how is this possible by without looking at the geometry, we know what is this? It's all dependent on the table. You have to sort, so you can see the pattern, right? I arranged the table this way for a particular reason. I know I know everyone have your own technique, but I find this technique foolproof. Okay, so this is my 8. This is my 2. This is my 16. This is my 2. And this is my 1. Okay. So I organize the data in such a way such that the table, by analyzing the geometry, I put the data on the table, and then when I do the calculation, I will not make any more mistake. Okay, without the table, okay, when you start writing everything, it will go crazy. Okay, so if you look at the next one, the pattern, the trend is the same. Okay, so you will have 2 over here. Right, you can see a trend already. Okay, you can see 4 over here. So this is how I've written a spreadsheet to calculate second moment of area. Okay. And then 4 over here. You can see the pattern, yes or no? Okay, so once you analyze, once you got the table right, you don't need the geometry anymore. Okay, so that is your IYY. Okay, question anyone? Okay, so I will strongly encourage you have to use this method. Okay, it's foolproof. Okay, you will not make so much mistake. Okay, so from here we can find our IYY. So it's equal to 64 over 3 plus by 128 over 3. So this is 64 divided by 3 plus 128 divided by 3 is equal to 64. Okay. Then now I'm going to copy the geometry again. I'm going to use the next slide. I think I run out of space. Okay, I'll let you all copy. I'll give you all 30 seconds to copy. Okay. Okay. Anyone need me to stay on this page for longer? Okay, I hear nothing, so I'm going to move on. Then we look over here. Next, we're going to find IZZ. Okay, so this is the axis of interest. Okay. I think, hold on. Yeah, I think I can't see it. Sorry. So next, this is the axis of interest. Okay, so this is your ZZ, right? So this is the axis of interest. This is our ZZ axis, right? And we know by observation, okay, by observation, so we're going to find IZZ. Okay, so by observation, right? The centroid can be identified. Okay, so the top half of the geometry and the bottom half of the geometry are symmetry. Okay, that is where your centroid is. Then we're going to divide this into two. This is 1 and this is 2. Okay, so the formula, or before we go to the formula, okay, we know parallel to the axis, this is the width, perpendicular to the axis, now we know that this is the depth. Okay, so I understand that we need to apply that IZZ is equal to width depth cube over 12 plus by the area y bar global centroid minus by individual centroid. We know for this case, okay, for this case, either section 1 or 2 or y bar is equal to the centroid of 1 and is also equal to the individual centroid of 2. Okay, so that's where this term over here is equal to what? 0. Okay, so therefore from here we can immediately, we can avoid the step finding the centroid. We don't need to. Okay, I see some students still do the same thing, like follow the table like what I've done before. It's a waste of time. Okay, so by observation, when you know, skip that step, immediately do IZZ1 or IZZ is equal to IZZ1 plus by IZZ2. Okay, so from here IZZ1, so the width is 2, the depth is 3 plus 3, 6, 8 cube over 12 plus IZZ2, the width is 4, the depth is 2 to the power 3 about 12. Okay, so as I said, this labeling is really useful. Okay, without it, I need a while to think. Okay, with it, I don't really need to think, but and not don't need to think, and I can be very sure of my answers also. So plus by 4 times 2 power 3 divided by 12. So the IZZ is 88 inches to power 4. A very good number. Okay, 88 in Chinese means phosphorus. Yes.
Can you come again why the y bar minus y is equals to 0?
Because y bar, the global y bar is equal to the individual section y bar 1 and y bar 2. Samuel. Hello?
Okay.
You got it? Right? Because
Yeah.
the individual section centroid, okay, I'm going to draw the individual section centroid, is on this line also that I've drawn in pink. And the individual centroid for part for 2 is also over here. Right? So they are all on the global centroid. Okay? Okay. I don't hear from Samuel means he's good. Okay. Okay, so now we know our IYY and our IZZ. Okay, so next we have to break down which are the tensile and which are the compression based on the moment vector. Okay. Okay, I'm going to make the diagram bigger now. Okay, so from before we calculate our IZ and IY. Okay, so let's M. Okay, so let's look at over here. So M, I think I sorry, I do apologize. I use blue. Okay. Okay. I'm going to copy this diagram again. I'm going to paste. Okay. So this is our MZ. Okay. Using the right hand rule, my thumb point towards the left, I grab. Okay, don't close your hand. Okay, just grab. Grab means like rah rah. Grab like not twist like you twist like that you get lost. Okay, so just grab. Okay, so when you grab, you realize that this is your MZ. I start to raw, silly me. Okay, so when that's the case, when the moment based on MZ on top, above the moment or the MZ linear arrow, this is your compression. And this is your tensile. Okay, and then the next one, we are going to look into your MY. So MY is in this direction, right? So if you put the MY over here, okay, I'm going to extend the arrow anyway. Okay, again using right hand rule, your thumb point up, then you grab. Okay, don't close your hand. Okay, grab. Okay, how your four fingers move is the direction of the moment. Okay,